रेकी वन नाबू हमारा नाम है विनोद लाल फैंटम रेडियो फीजी 2 हम लोग बहुत लाइक करता हुआ ये सुनता है
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन.
Yanavanaka and Good Morning Fiji. In this bulletin, service industry loses hundreds of millions of dollars. Police officers face court over assault charges. And popular cafe turns to organic farming.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spade.
There was a decrease of over 90% to more than $820 million in the total export of services in June when compared to a year earlier. The Fiji Bureau of Statistics highlights the decline was due to a decrease of over $525 million in travel services because of lower tourist arrivals. Transportation services also recorded a decrease of $234 million because of decline in air travel. Government services suffered because of a drop in funds received from international agencies based in Fiji. A decrease of over $172 million was also noted in the total imports of services. 5 police officers who allegedly assaulted a villager in Wainembukatai appeared in the Suva High Court yesterday. Sevenai Narongi, Kameli Tukana, Mafua Korosaya, Inoke Nangate and Chokaveti Rambuku are charged with act with intent to cause grievous harm, assault causing actual bodily harm, and common assault. It is alleged that the 5 officers assaulted Inoke Langivere of Nagia village in Wainembukatai in April this year. The 5 informed the court that they are not challenging the caution interview and will not be filing any voir dire grounds. The matter has been adjourned to 7th of October. 61% of farming households live in rural areas with limited access to basic financial services. Agriculture Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says this is equivalent to 68,000 households Fiji-wide. Dr. Reddy says a Reserve Bank of Fiji survey reveals that farmers travel on average 27 kilometres to reach a bank or ATM and 17 kilometres to reach a mobile agent. He adds financial literacy is also crucial for farmers as some lack record-keeping skills and transactional history.
These statistics indicate the urgency to assist farmers access financial services and highlight the high demand of such services in rural communities. There was a major change in the financial sector 3 decades ago. The rural sector plays a very important role because quite a bit of money is at the moment locked up in the rural sector, and we need to unlock that stock of money that is there in the rural sector.
EILEEN CHUTE's love for nature has seen her turn idle land into a huge organic farm supplying produce to her business, Bulaccino Cafe. The farm-to-table concept is a literal practice for the cafe, which runs one of the largest organic farms in Votolevu, Nandi. Details with Felipe Naikaso.
This 38 acres of farmland produces everything that is served at any Bulaccino Cafe.
So then I found this spot in Votolevu, and that used to be a sugarcane plantation at that time. And it didn't matter to me because I liked the terrain, I liked the place where it was, and I could imagine a lot more than just a little vegetable patch.
The health-inspired menu options at the cafe are vital as they hope to influence others to venture into homegrown organic ingredients.
And I don't like these chemical fertilizers, you know. I hate it. And I just wish Fiji would just stop the importation of it. And then there's no choice but to farm, you know, in the natural way.
We practice organic farming because that's something that we believe in. And it's also a Fijian cultural way of farming. And that's how EILEEN have grown up. And that she have passed on that knowledge to us and to the farmers. And also for the cafe, that's something that we promise our customers to have real food, and that's why we are giving this.
Bulaccino first started in April 2006 and now has 3 cafes located in Nandi and Suva. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Careless disposal of rubbish in town and city centres is becoming costly and is causing financial strains on municipalities. Suva City Council Special Administrator Ezekiel Tikondondoa says they've had to fork extra money to collect rubbish tossed on roadside when the money could have been spent on other work. Addressing the Environment Volunteer Leaders Forum yesterday, Tikondoandoa says Fijians must be responsible when disposing their rubbish.
Now, what we're doing over here is extra. It's outside those areas, especially when we go out and collect this refuge that's left all over the road. So it actually strains our finance.
The Fijian Elections Office will roll out a nationwide voters' survey to gauge the views of Fijians and their expectations on the 2022 general elections. Supervisor of Elections Mohammed Saneem says the survey will help his team to have a comprehensive understanding of voter turnout based on the 2018 election. He adds the findings will assist the office enhance services and develop effective targeted strategies leading up to the 2022 general elections. Saneem says a new voter survey app has been developed and will be used for the survey, with his assurance that the entire process is apolitical.
At this point, I also wanted to mention that the survey questions will be recorded on a separate database, whereas your voter data will be recorded on a separate database. This is to ensure that there is anonymity in terms of the references that we receive. However, it is necessary for us to get your voter card number so that we can establish whether you fall in the category of voters that voted or the voters that didn't vote.
Up ahead, Flying Fijians weighs Dakuanga's inclusion, and family team eyes a spot in national touch rugby squad.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
One of the players Flying Fijians head coach Vern Cotter may call up for the Autumn Nations Cup tournament is Masivesi Ndakuanga. The 2016 Fiji Sevens Rio Olympics gold medalist is starting to make his mark in the French top 14 competition. Yesterday he scored a try for Toulon in their 36-14 win against Chosu Tuisova's Lyon side. Ndakuanga has now scored 9 tries in 20 outings for Toulon. Defence continues to be an area the Lautoka football side has been focusing on as they prepare for their Round 11 clash with Bar in the Vodafone Premier League. Following their 1-1 draw with Suva last weekend, the side has noticed that for the last 6 rounds, they have been conceding goals. The Blues will look to put an end to this. However, coach Ravinesh Kumar has reminded the players that they need to perform better and step up during matches. The Blues are currently on 5th spot, while Bar is on 3rd on the table. Lautoka play the Men in Black at the Fiji FA Academy in Bar this Saturday at 3 p.m.
The other thing I will expect from the team is to not to concede goals, because what we have seen is each and every game goals are scored against Lautoka. So we are targeting goals should not be scored against us.
Tahi is a family-oriented touch rugby team located in Suva that has one goal: to ensure that all its players reach the national level. Composed of players from all over Fiji, it is one of the teams in the Suva touch rugby competition that began last week. Karolaini Tavi has more.
Improving the skills of its players is something that the club hopes to achieve during the 8-week tournament.
Mainly is for our children, and we try and build their skills in touch rugby, and it's mostly Rutumans and Fijians. We welcome other races into our clubs, and we all got together because this also coincide with our Rutuman games. So whenever the Rutuman games finish, then touch builds up.
Being part of the Suva touch rugby competition is a step closer for team members to reach their aim to become national level players. Suva Touch Rugby Association Vice President Savanada Vodea says the positive response supports his plans to roll out future tournaments.
This season was very surprising for us. We have 43 teams registered this season. There's about 18 in the men's category. There's 9 in the mix, 7 in the women's, and another 9 in the Masters 30s.
The 8-week program continues at the University of the South Pacific grounds this Saturday. Karolaini Tavi, FBC Sports.
Cricket Fiji is pleased that they are slowly reaching out to young players. This is after the formation of a new women's cricket team in Nausori. Aquila Dharma with more details.
The challenges of the pandemic have failed to deter Cricket Fiji's development efforts, which is evident in the formation of a new team from Nosori.
Most of them, they play netball, and in Nosori there's also a Nosori athletics team. So these girls are part of this netball and athletics team as well. So it's not difficult to form the team.
This team has a Japanese touch to it.
The new team is called Nosori Machides. Machides is a Japanese word which literally means so.
Most of these girls are strangers to cricket, but it will only be a matter of time before they master the sport.
I don't think that they're all new players. There is no one that's played before, but we've got 1 or 2 senior players from the other teams to help them out.
Rokoro says it's encouraging to see young girls taking up cricket with only 14 women's teams in Vitilevu.
And for us, it's just providing a platform for these young girls to empower them.
The Nosori Machides will be part of the women's T20 competition on Saturday at Albert Park in Suva. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
Quick look at the weather map for today. It is Wednesday, the 16th of September. Expect cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Mainly fine weather elsewhere. Cool night. And that is your FBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. www.fbcnews.com.fj. Keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
Navang go merere te lawa, go ngai tavua, ando talita kana vararonga na Radio Fiji 1 nando mai viti.
Radio Fiji 1 nando mai viti.